Good morning all, and welcome to another video. In this video, it kind of continues on from your introduction to Swift coding element of XCode. So what I'm going to do, like usual, is I'm going to go File, New Project, Single View App, Next. I'm going to call it Test for View Controller, because that's what we're looking at. I'm going to go Next, Create, and so close that. And then I'm just going to look. This is our main storyboard at the moment. And I'm just going to put a label on this, just to show you. I'm going to work with two view controllers, and I'm just going to make this label bigger so we can clearly see that this is screen 1. That's big enough. And I'm just going to call it screen 1. Okay, so we know this is our first screen. And this view controller Swift is where we can do our Swift-based coding. This is where we can do our, so I can put a comment here, this is where we can do our Swift-based coding for screen 1. Now that's just a comment. It's like these things here, it doesn't mean anything, it just allows me to comment when I use the /. So I'm just putting that there so we know that this view controller Swift is for the first screen. I can even, and I just go to the main storyboard. This is for the first screen. I'm going to click on the plus here. There's my first screen as we had it there. Now this is linked to this, by default, this view controller scene. So I want to click here, go to the view controller Swift. So these two are linked. So I'm going to take this first label, I'm going to press Control and drag it out. And I'm going to just say test label. That's all it is. We're just testing this. So this is the view controller of the Swift element of this first screen. Okay. Now we want to create another screen. So I'm going to go to my library and I go View Controller. And I'll drag it out. So there's my second one. I'm just going to close this because I don't need it for a second. Now, the problem here is that this one, it doesn't have its own Swift file. We have to create a Swift file for it and then link it to it at the moment. That is the problem. At the moment, view controller scene, it is linked to the same one as this page. This links to the first page. This is our second page. So first thing we want to do is create the file, the Swift file. So it's File, New, File. It's a Coco touch class file. This one here. We'll click Next. It's a class. We'll give it a name. I'm going to say. So I'm going to give it a long name just so you understand this. Swift file for second screen. I know that's a bit long, but I just want to make sure that you know that this is going to link to the second screen. So I'll go Next, Create, and there it is. Okay, so it says that Swift file for second screen. We know here is, it's different than the first one. This is where we'll do our Swift for the first screen. And I'm going to write a comment here inside the view controller. Once again, I'm going to go like same as him, // This is the Swift file for the second screen. Okay, there's one other thing we have to do, is we then have to link this Swift file to we have on our main story, we've got two view controllers. It's not actually linked. So this is our second one, so I forgot actually to put a label on this. I'm just going to do that now so that we're clear which is which. I'm going to put a label on the second one also, and I'm going to call it screen 1, screen 2. I just put it in there. Now this screen 2 is not attached right now. It's attached to the first one, so we want to change that. So we go to the main storyboard, we click View Controller, we click this Identity Inspector, and here we click on the drop down and we want to find that second Swift file. If you remember, it's called Swift file for second screen. We've made it pretty obvious. So there's it, Swift file for second screen. So now when we click on it, they are linked. So how does this work? So now, if we want to access the Swift coding for the first file, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on the plus. Click here, that's my first screen. Then I can follow this here. I want to go to View Controller. Click U over there. Sorry, View Controller Swift. I'm going to click on. Click here. I want to go here, View Controller Swift. Now that is the coding. I'm going to close this so I have more space to see. So that is for this first screen. Okay, we can actually see, remember this was, we dragged the label out. Now, let's go to the second screen. Okay, once again, I'm going to go up here. And it's this option here, Swift file for the second screen. And then this is for our second screen. So now, if I want to do some editing here, I can. I'm going to click on the label, press Control, and just drag it out. And I'm just going to call it Test Label and Connect. And then we can do our editing in here. So just to recap, everybody, for the purpose of this project, you will probably, on the bonus round, need to add the Coco touch file to your screen. You will have to do that if you're following the instructions correctly. And this video shows you how to do it. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll just show you where that file was. So it's File, New, File, and it's a Coco touch class file. That's exactly where it is. Okay? And you add that. Okay? Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you at the next lesson.